Well, I thought I'd start off by doing a movie that just came out this past week. Oh, it's on right now. See, look. Right there. That's what I'm talking about. Anchorman 2. Let me just start off by saying, hold on, is this camera set up straight? Okay, yeah. It was actually really ironic how it was just showing on there, so that's awkward. So yeah, Anchorman 2. I'm definitely a big fan of the first movie. I really like it a lot. It's very quotable. It's very just random and stupid, but still nevertheless, it's very, very funny in that element. This movie definitely continues to consistently carry on that funny, stupid, random tradition that the first movie had. And I gotta say, I really laughed a lot in this movie. Now, comparing kind of towards, like, if Anchorman 2 was better than the first one, I don't know. I kind of have to revisit that, probably when it comes out on Blu-ray. I don't know if I'm going to go see it again for a while. I don't know, but that's just me. But nevertheless, I still loved Anchorman 2. It was very funny. Definitely quotable as well. There were great quotes in this movie. Maybe not as memorable as the first one, but still, nevertheless, there were definitely great quotes. Will Ferrell, I mean, look, Will Ferrell, he is just the king at these stupid random types of movies that he makes. I mean, the collaborations that he makes with Adam McKay, this is their 5th one. With other movies like, of course, the first Anchorman, Talladega Nights, Step Brothers, the other guys, they're just great. They're just great, stupid, but very funny types of movies, and they work so well on such a great basis. This movie definitely worked as well. Will Ferrell still nails it as Ron Burgundy. That's probably his best character to date. I mean, he's done other great characters in other movies, and also from like Saturday Night Live and all that, but this is definitely one of my favorite characters of his. There's just something about this idiotic newsman that's just really riveting to watch in such a hysterical sense. You have other great characters like Paul Rudd, David Koechner, I think that's how you say his name, as Champ, Paul Rudd as Brian, and of course, how could I forget Steve Carell as Brick. Now, I loved him in the first movie, but this second one, they really gave him so much more screen time, so much more lines in the second one, and they really just gave Brick the freedom to be as stupid as he wanted to be. And man, it never felt like forced, and it always brought in such hilarity. Just how stupid this character is, he really brings in so much hilarity, and it's just great to see him on screen, especially with him. Kind of a spoiler warning here, but like the chemistry between him and his love interest, Kristen Wiig. Oh my god. Just some of the best scenes throughout the entire movie definitely goes to Brick. He was probably the best part about this sequel. And I know people were kind of worried, oh, it's going to be a sequel to a beloved first hit. And then, they're thinking of like The Hangover 2 and other movies like that. But I laughed consistently through this movie. Now, here are some problems I did have with this movie. Especially for a comedy like this, like all slapstick and shit. It is really long. The movie's nearly 2 hours long compared to the first movie. I think it was like, what, an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes? Yeah, this one just really felt way too kind of drawn out a little bit. It felt like it just really wanted to continue on, but honestly, I felt like at one point in the movie, it just needed to stop. It really kind of does. I'm trying to think of some other flaws here, but that's definitely probably the biggest flaw, is that this movie was a little bit too overlong. I feel like they could have cut down some of the moments in the movie, and I felt like some parts of the movie didn't really need to happen, even though they were funny. But still, nevertheless, I mean, it still worked out for what it was worth. But definitely, I really enjoyed like first 2/3 of the movie rather than the first or the last third of the movie. Even though the last third of the movie had some really good moments. Oh, and also there is a little bit of a spoiler warning here. Also, there are definitely a bunch of cameos in this movie. Literally, there are cameos you don't even expect. And also, another kind of spoiler warning for those of you who probably have seen the movie, it does pay a little bit of homage to the first Anchorman movie, and you might know what I'm talking about if you've seen it. So yeah, there's that. But overall, I mean, even though with its a little bit overlong running time, especially for a comedy like this, It has great funny moments. It has an interesting cast. It has an interesting premise on even just the news in general. Even for a slapstick comedy like this, it had a really interesting story going behind it. Even though, let's face it, no one goes to watch the movie for the stories, of course. You know, but still, nevertheless, I still enjoy this movie. I give this movie an 8. It is really funny. Definitely one of the funniest movies of the year. If you haven't seen Anchorman 2, and if you loved the first movie, go watch it. You'll really love it. That's my take on Anchorman 2. I will still be doing other reviews, and tomorrow I'll probably have my top 10 best movies of the year tomorrow, or Christmas Day. And be sure to like, subscribe, tell your friends. Hopefully I'll see you sometime later on. Bye.